Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Why are so many Christian priests converting to Islam? The decision to convert is something that is quite difficult for someone to do. It is not uncommon for them to have to go through inner turmoil to get opposition from the surrounding environment because they do not support the new decision. Because changing religions is something that is strictly prohibited by any religion. In fact, it is not uncommon for a servant of God who is very devout to worship, such as a pastor, to be tempted to change religions. Despite living in a religiously obedient environment, these pastors eventually chose a different path than before. Well, for those of you who are curious, here are the full reviews reported from various sources. There are 5 very famous pastors who have converted to Islam. 1. Reverend Hilarion Higi. California-based prominent Eastern Christian Catholic priest Father Hilarion Higi has converted to Islam after leaving Christianity. The news of his decision to convert to Islam caused a stir throughout Uncle Sam's country. Higi, who has now changed his name to Saeed Abdul Latif, said that his inclination towards Islam dates back 20 years, but it was only recently that he embraced the religion. One cannot be a priest and monk in public and a Muslim in private, he said. Higi revealed that the step to convert to Islam was like returning to his primordial identity. He admitted that the decision was made after years of observation of Islam. 2. Vladimir Ugrumov. Vladimir Ugrumov was a minister who had spent 15 years in the Russian Orthodox Church. However, he experienced a life-changing event that led to his conversion to Islam. His introduction to Islam began when he heard about a young Christian woman converting to Islam. He then sought out and studied Islam because more and more people were converting to Islam. The most interesting thing about Islam, according to Vladimir, is the simplicity of the concept of monotheism in Islam. It is different from the concept of the Holy Trinity in Christianity. 3. Paul Partap. Paul Partap is the husband of Southeast Asian influencer Gita Savitri, who made a splash online because she decided to become child-free. But apparently, Paul Partap was a former youth pastor before he decided to embrace Islam. Paul decided to convert to Islam in 2015, even though at that time he claimed to be still searching and studying the religions of the world. He was also often taught to pray by Gita until he finally converted to Islam. And finally, he was eager to explore the teachings of Islam and decided to have another child, as recommended by the Prophet Muhammad. 4. Aaron. Aaron is a pastor from Mississippi, USA. He grew up in his family's Christian faith. When he was 20 years old, he became a youth pastor. But as it turned out, one day there were doubts about Jesus. Aaron read the Bible and studied the New Testament, which says that Jesus is God and is the Son of God. Long story short, he met a friend from Saudi Arabia, and that's where he started studying Islam and became a convert. 5. Marlon Senayam. The beautiful Indonesian pastor named Marlon Senayam decided to convert to Islam after being guided. The Protestant Christian pastor chose Islam as her new religion because she was confused by the number of gods in her old religion. Witnessed by the mothers in congregation, Marlon Senayam uttered 2 sentences of Shahada. He converted to Islam without coercion from anyone. Marlon converted to Islam because of a guidance given to him by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many of them become converts because they learn about Islam, and sometimes they try to find the weak points of Islam, but on the contrary, they do not find the weak points of Islam, which finally makes them get guidance and love Islam. How? This little fact will hopefully have a positive impact on all of you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.